Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, June 4, 2022. Today's transits are good for stretching your imagination and participating in activities that feed your mind and your spirit. As well, Mercury moves into your solar 6th house, increasing your interest in and attention to details, work, health, and problem solving in the weeks ahead. Small jobs and duties are in stronger focus during this transit that will continue until March 27th. You're likely to discover useful information about work and health methods and learn new and improved ways of organizing your life. Specialized disciplines can thrive now. Favored now are activities that get your life and your mind tidy and organized. Watch for a tendency to overanalyze and criticize during this cycle. The moon enters curious Gemini today, activating your exotic 9th house of adventure, expansion, and unknown territory, which means you're likely looking over the horizon with the desire to experiment, discover, and venture into the unknown. Catching feelings for someone who's at a distance from you? The moon will simultaneously sextile the wounded healer, Chiron, via your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, so in addition to the opportunity to learn something new and step outside of your comfort zone, this new journey could also bring a significant amount of healing in the process. Don't question the how and focus on the what. Over the last few weeks, mental Mercury in Aquarius had given you a unique perspective of your job. You may have been wondering about which atypical ideas or unconventional processes were worth pursuing. So, it could be time to act on that imagination. Today, Mercury leaves Aquarius for Pisces, drawing attention to your everyday professional operations. Mercury is idealistic in hopeful Pisces, encouraging you to consider a more mystical approach with your to-do list. Use this transit to put a fun, creative spin on your obligations to brighten up your work life. As well as leaving you with your financial instincts and imagination fueled, the moon's monthly visit to your financial sector that ended yesterday has given you a sense that things were starting to move, but also of improving conditions ahead. As always, with your subconscious able to download information faster than you can process it at the time, continue to trust your gut without overthinking things. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration. Be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. It's like you're the belle of the ball right now, what with all the attention focused on you. Live it up and flirt with all the right people, but don't let it go to your head. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. When it comes to discipline, you sometimes react as though the guillotine had been drawn. The resistance to discipline can be quite strong. For instance, if you begin to think of all the things you could be doing to live a healthier life, you could easily scare yourself. Try noticing what you already do that is working for you, then try to figure out what you really enjoy and what feels like a chore. Perhaps you can adjust and put more in of the former and reduce the latter. See how it goes. You'll find it much easier to know when to call it quits on this day. This can really help when it comes to wrapping up work projects, getting things finished at home, or with relationships you are having trouble with in your life. Make yourself a list of everything you want to be done with. Then take the necessary steps to bring closure to as many of them as you can. This will clear the slate for you to start anew. There has been a lot of change over the last few weeks, and in between Mercury's direct turn yesterday and Saturn's retrograde turn tomorrow, this is still happening. This makes the moon's return to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart today a chance to stay in the moment but also get a better sense of some of the most exciting changes. This first visit since Mars and Jupiter's return to Aries will see the moon connect with both today amplifying the impact of these playful and creative lunar vibes. The moon's return to your romantic sector today means that it will be here for the majority of the weekend, and as the first visit since Venus, the planet of love, left Aries, the timing couldn't be better. This is a chance to start putting the desires and expectations that Venus left you with into practice, while a friendly aspect to Mars will add some passion to the mix. Our eyes in the sky. As the day comes to a close, Luna shares a soft and helpful aspect with structure-loving Saturn. Set aside some time to outline your ambitions so you can break the big picture down into smaller steps. At this time, we have renewed energy to kickstart projects dreamt up while the moon was in imaginative Cancer, but we can also make more work for ourselves by rushing through tasks or running roughshod over people who get in our way. While we can trust our head to steer us in the correct direction, we should aim to be heart-centered in our approach. The next 2 days are an excellent time for starting things, but not for seeing them through if they require extensive planning or patience. Venus is more observant and aloof than usual, while Mars gives us the strength to move forward. We want to be acknowledged by those we care about and given proper credit for all that we've accomplished. This aspect allows you to take control of your life, even matters that you've put on the back burner. The most important thing to do today is take charge of activities and relationships to ensure that you're being seen and heard. If there's a situation that needs a bit of tweaking and care, this is a great time to give the matter your full attention. The Pisces sun illuminates our intuition, allowing us to take great leaps that we might never have taken before. This is a wonderful day to banish insecurity, step into your true self, and assert your strength. You are more than willing to become the confident, powerful person that you were meant to be and do it on your own terms. We are caught between two emotional extremes, the desire to please and the need to focus on our own healing process. Perhaps we can strike a happy medium between the two, but the polarizing nature of this transit suggests that whichever way we tip the scales, we are apt to feel guilty. Ultimately, we are reticent to take up space now. We fear that acting independently will aggravate others. Everyone has these feelings from time to time. When we recognize that our insecurities are a source of commonality, we can begin to heal individually and interpersonally. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon trines Venus in Aquarius, helping us to relax. Many of us will be asleep or just waking as this aspect perfects, and this transit should mitigate anxieties born of the Moon-Chiron opposition. We now feel accepted and appreciated for who we are. Our relationships feel steady and safe, so we take less to heart. Small misunderstandings or accidental slights are overlooked, and we focus on the future of our relationships rather than rehashing the past. This is a great influence for socializing or catching up with friends.